If some movie patrons had their way, these three people would be right here in jail, and for life. Why? Because this trio typifies all the pests who annoy you at the cinema. I'll show you what I mean. At every movie theater and at every show, you'll find couples who just can't agree on where they want to sit. Of course, they try to decide the issue during the most interesting part of the picture, especially for the people behind them. Well, it looks like they came here to argue, not to see the picture. And by way of direct contrast, here's the guy who keeps his eyes glued to the screen from the second he comes in. He's afraid he'll miss something. He's also the big hulk who spreads his weight all over his neighbors, ultimately putting them into a state of complete exhaustion. Then, too, he's the kind of acute character who never thinks of removing his muffler and things until he's settled in his seat. Plop! Right in the kisser. But take it easy, pal. That's only the beginning. That muffler, of course, winds up in your pocket. At this point, it behooves all persons in the immediate vicinity of this oaf to either attack in a body or retreat to other seats. Oh, fine. He'll be down to his union suit any minute now. He wouldn't take his top coat off in the lobby. No, he must take it off here. Well, heaven help the customers on a night like this. Look at that poor little woman next to him. Gosh, can she take it? To sit near this type of movie pest is to invite body bruises that may show for weeks. In fact, you're lucky if you escape with a broken arm. Oh, he's going to sit where he pleases, and she's going to sit where she pleases. But where she sits doesn't please the man next to her, because she sits on his hat. Oh, mister. 52 times a year he goes to the movies, and 52 times a year somebody sits on his hat. Even this drip knows better than to put his hat on a vacant seat. However, he's due for a little annoyance himself, for under his seat, some previous pest has stuck, guess what? Right, chewing gum. Well, if you don't think he'll be busy for a while, just watch him. And so we leave this sticky episode and come to the seat changer. Wow, she's so careful and so graceful. Oh! And so she's finally settled, or is she? Well, hardly, for when she gets tired changing seats on her own, he makes like a snake. Lovely people. As yet, she hasn't seen any part of the show, nor will anyone else if she can help it. So here we go again. Ow! Thus, with all the movements characteristic of a kangaroo, she answers the call of her mate, which, of course, in this case, is the hiss of a heel. Not satisfied with bothering patrons in general, they even annoy each other. This unhappy little man can't see the screen because he's behind a mountain of millinery. Once in a while, he takes a peek just to make sure he's missing something. Then, silently, cautiously, like a duck hunter stalking his prey. Hello. Finally, Mr. Peekaboo becomes very inconsiderate. Imagine such a selfish man asking a lady to remove her hat. Yeah, he should have asked her to remove her head. See what I mean? With the thought that maybe he should see a little of the show, he seeks other seats for himself and his bitter half. Oh, good. But would that he whale move over a seat? Not he. Oh, thank you. Well, shrink up, little people. Mr. Big needs room. acres of room. And now another familiar type. Type. No, I mean tripe. Yes, indeed. The knee against the back of your seat pusher. So you get a spinal treatment, whether you need it or not. Mr. Peekaboo, aside from having his vertebrae vibrated, becomes as popular as a small boy with a bugle. However, sooner or later, and probably much later, all is quiet again. Thank goodness. But now the sounds of another pest. Of course, this could be worse. After all, he might have brought some coconuts and a mallet. Anyway, to a nervous person, it sounds like this. What now? A very common practice. It happens in the best of theaters. Why, sure. Nothing like relieving the puppies at a time like this. How she'll ever get them on again, of course, is another problem. Goodness, the gal in front has them off, too. It so happens that this babe is leaving here for an important date on which she's anxious to make an impression. She will. Another common cause of commotion is the foot in the aisle sticker outer. Nothing good can come of this. See? If anyone in this theater is doing this right now, please, please desist. What happens to droop chin shouldn't occur to occur. Now what is she doing? Digging for oil? Nope. The dame has discovered she's lost a shoe. Looking and crawling under seats is always such fun. This dope evidently never heard of fire laws. On your travels around the floor of the theater, you sometimes meet up with a familiar face. The hunt grows hotter and hotter, and so do the people. He'll find that shoe or bust, so he'll bust. Oh, brother, be careful.
Ow!
And so let's draw the curtain on this innocent victim before he's massacred by the multitude. Well, folks, most people feel that jail would be much too good for some movie pests. So, as long as we're dreaming, maybe we should imagine more drastic punishment. For instance, for those chronic seat changers, chain them down. And for the women who won't remove monstrous millinery, maybe this. Boy, sometimes wouldn't you just love to, wouldn't you? As for the masticating mastodon who makes with the peanuts, this might take care of him. There, have a good choke for yourself, bub. The guy who wedges his shoe in your seat? Well.
Oh! Oh, let go! Oh, my foot! Ow! Ooh.
And for the sprawler whose foot in the aisle menaces life and limb, shh, here's one man's idea of sweet revenge.
Oh! Oh, 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 get off my foot! Ow! Ooh, oh, 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 my foot! Ooh,
Well, we can dream, can't we?
my foot.
Goodbye now.
Oh.